minimum wage. The minimum wage nationally is 7.45, and people cannot live off of that. People are dying. And this new study shows that rent, it's impossible to live off of the minimum wage. That something has got to change. So here it is. Rent are out of reach for most Americans earning minimum wage. American renters are well aware of the dire housing market situation, and a new report confirms that it's only likely to worsen unless hourly wages are drastically increased. Workers simply don't earn enough money to keep us with skyrocketing rental rates across the country. The National Low-Income Housing Coalition found in its latest out of reach report. In no state, metropolitan area, or county in the U.S. can a worker earning the federal or prevailing state or local minimum wage afford a modest two-bedroom rental home at fair market rent by working a standard 40-hour work week. The coalition tracks how much money a person could afford an apartment, another rental at fair market rent in their community. The report defines affordable as 30% or less of a person's income. So a third of your income is the fair market rent. On average, though, a renter in search of a modest two-bedroom home who is seeking to stay within 30% income needs to earn $24.90 an hour. That is more than 3.4 times the federal minimum wage. Those in search of one bedroom are in a familiar position. They need to make $20.40 per hour. So you ask, is the $15 minimum wage enough? Is it enough? I mean, they say with $15 minimum wage everything would kind of even out, but no. That's why it's a minimum wage. $15 is the bare minimum. You could make it. You could make it on $15, but you're not gonna be living lavish. You're not gonna be living in luxury, but you're gonna be living. But this will continue. Meanwhile, affordable units are increasingly rare. Analysis shows that in only 218 of more than 3,000 counties nationwide can a full-time minimum wage worker afford a one-bedroom and a fair market rent without dipping into income that should be used for other living expenses and savings. And for a two-bedroom, it's zero. A zero of 3,000 counties you can afford a two-bedroom without dipping into other living expenses and savings. So this is from a generation who has massive debt and student loans, from a generation that has massive medical debt. This is a generation that works hard but is very disenfranchised because of things like this. It becomes hopeless when you do the very best you can, when you follow all of their rules and you still don't make it. And that's what we did. That's what a lot of people did. They followed it by the book. They followed all the rules. People told them, you work hard, you fight fair, and you just keep pushing and you'll make it. But you didn't. But they didn't. It was a lie. And then when they realize it's a lie, there's only two ways to go. Either give up or you fight back. Now, I've been guilty of giving up. Very disenfranchised. Very terrified. But those days are over. We have to fight back against this. We need a minimum wage that people can live on. We need to get out there and fight for this. We need to elect the right people. When 50% Americans make $30,000 or less a year, it's an issue. When people don't go to the hospital because they're afraid of what the bill might be, that's an issue. And people work 2-3 jobs just to maintain, that's an issue. There's a lot of problems here that can be fixed very simply. We need to pay people better. We need to make it so people aren't worried. They're not working just paycheck to paycheck. They can actually save some money in the bank. It's a miserable timeline we live in, but we can change it.